Chief Keef might beat J. Cole.
You fucking crazy.
You're crazy, dog.
You're fucking nuts,
That's
bro.
wild.
Let's change the subject, bro. You're crazy.
Speaking of J. Cole, he did a crazy interview. Shout out to Nardwuar. It's the biggest interview. Probably, damn, is it the biggest interview this year? We had big interviews this year. I could say it's amongst them. You know, it's a crazy interview to end the year.
Yeah.
But it's gone very viral. Everyone's reposting it because he does shout out a lot of people. He had a shout out to Fat Joe, a shout out to Joe Budden, random like shout outs, and everyone's like reposting it. Royce of 5'9" reposted it. So like the whole rap game is like, damn, acknowledging him. And I think it's because we're gonna get to at the end of the podcast, it's J. Cole's year. So I think that's why they're like, okay, it's his year and he's ending the year with the interview and he's shouting us out. Okay. It's like his respect is like at an all-time high right now, I would say, in the rap game. So we had the Nardwuar interview. For those who don't know, Nardwuar, the human serviette, arguably and possibly, if not the best, amongst the best interviewers of all time. He's known as a federal agent because people think he's a federal agent because the way he asks these questions is like he'll ask Brian like, yo, bagels and eggs Tuesday morning. And then Brian will be like, oh, my God, how the fuck you know I ate bagels and eggs on Tuesday morning? Like, what the fuck? That's my thing.
That's some crazy
Who
research,
the fuck told
man.
you that? And that's what Nardwuar does, right? But the biggest takeaway from this interview was a moment where J. Cole was actually stumped by Nardwuar. Nardwuar does this sometimes where he'll ask a question that people already go crazy. Like, I think Black Youngster had, like, viral moments with Nardwuar. Remember? He goes crazy. Like, what
Uzi, too.
Like, are you a federal agent? Blah, blah, blah. And, like, are you a fed? How the fuck you know that? You a cop?
Lil Uzi, he was like, yo, you a fucking fed? He was like,
yeah, the Lil Uzi one was big.
Like,
the Lil Uzi one was big.
It was crazy.
But then he did it here, and it might be the best one he's done so far, the biggest stump, and it's with J. Cole. You have the clip?
Yeah.
That dude Nardwuar's voice is
Bro, I
crazy.
love his voice. It's
Yo,
like
is he acting or is that?
No,
like,
he's serious.
He's dead serious. Like that's
Bro,
him. All
he has
the time.
interviews in
That
the
Frozen
80s
shit
with like
where he
Kurt
finishes
Cobain,
it.
like that. Bro, it's him, dead ass. I swear to God.
I got it right here.
Dr. Dre about Kendrick?
Got a fade and dreads.
Did you tell Dr. Dre about Kendrick? Look at his face. As if he cracked the Da Vinci Code.
Don't look at that marketing team, buddy. Answer the question.
Who gave you that piece of information? Well, you're J. Cole.
He actually looks confused.
Genuinely confused. Stumped. Look at that face.
Yeah, he's
you
actually
can leave it
very
there. Leave it there.
confused.
Leave it there the whole time. Fully stumped. J. Cole.
Dude, man, it's crazy.
This is crazy. Now, this is like gonna go down as like one of the craziest hip hop facts of all time now because he didn't deny it. He actually confirmed it. He said, "Yeah, I told him." He's like, "I don't know if that's like he doesn't want to take credit like that. I'm not the reason. Maybe he signed him, but yeah, I remember telling him." And for those who don't know, Dr. Dre, probably the best producer in the history of music,
For a fact.
produced all the classic fucking 50 Cent, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, West Coast albums. Legendary, right? NWA, let's not get started. Because we can't finish. It's too long to talk about Dr. Dre.
Involvement with Death Row, all that shit.
All the shit. Listen. And he is behind Kendrick Lamar as well. He's the guy that Kendrick signed to, and Kendrick's career blossomed. You know, from K-Dot to Kendrick Lamar is because of Dr. Dre, if you didn't know, right? And Dr. Dre has this, it's probably the most infamous album in the history of hip-hop because it's never dropped. It's called Detox. And every time, like, he saw young artists blowing up, coming up, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Lil Wayne, anyone you can name. I want Dr. Dre one day. The whole world wants Dr. Dre one day. Not to just drop the album, but to like release a list of like everyone that's supposedly worked on this album. You guys remember when Dr. Dre dropped the album called Compton? It was based off that movie that he dropped.
Yeah,
it was like a soundtrack.
Yeah, I heard it, yeah.
That album was really good, right? So when he was announcing he was about to drop that album, everyone thought it was going to be Detox. Because that was his next album after the Detox announcement, which was years prior. But then it wasn't Detox. But it was an amazing album, right? But then that pushed the Detox sort of like mystery away. People have kind of forgotten about it. But now this is rekindling it because he's like, yo, Yeah, I actually did tell Dr. Dre about Kendrick, and it was when I was writing for Dr. Dre's Detox album. So now you add J. Cole to the list of writers to this Detox album, which one no one knew. And now, okay, J. Cole too? Where the fuck is his album? And aside from that, you have to think about this. So if this album, let's say, didn't exist, it exists, but let's say it wasn't even like being created because it hasn't dropped yet, whatever. It might never drop. It might drop when he dies. God bless.
I was thinking
I hope he
that.
lives forever.
That would
But it
probably
might be some
crazy.
shit like that, like
a documentary type shit.
yeah,
when it
or like
drops.
what's it called? A posthumously released album, like
Yeah.
these rappers do, and like the OGs did it, like Biggie, Life After Death, Machiavelli,
What if-
7 Day Theory, Tupac.
He could be
classics.
waiting. He could be waiting till he's about to die to more new artists, more new artists, more new artists.
He might be
and then
cooking
boom.
up still. Might be
That
a
would
10-part album.
nuts.
It might be some crack
That-
for the fucking world. Like, I don't, nigga, my mind
That
goes
would
crazy
be
thinking about it.
incredible.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be bad. It's gonna be good. That's the thing about it too. So if that didn't exist, we possibly could not have Kendrick Lamar right now where we have him at in the rap game. He might have existed, but who knows if he would have been as big as he is and notoriously going down as the best rapper ever or the best rapper right now without even dropping an album. People still respect him because I think he has the rap album, not the rap album, the rap song of the year. We'll talk about that later in the list. With
on
Family
top
Ties.
Which one?
Smoking
Oh,
on
okay.
top 5.
Someone on top 5. Stop playing. He's that guy. Stop playing, Brian. He's that guy. So it's like, okay, damn, Nardwuar, how the fuck you get this shit out of fucking J. Cole? That's so crazy. And then J. Cole is so humble. He's one of the most humble rappers of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he's
Because
gotta
he
be.
doesn't want to take credit for it, and he's also like, he's so humble. You can tell he's probably never talked about this. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't tell no one this,
Yeah.
and like he's never told no one because he also doesn't want to like take it as like him saying it to take credit.
Yeah.
So who the fuck knows this information? It's probably just J. Cole, Dr. Dre, and then maybe someone else.
Gotta be whoever he's looking at right here. Whoever he's looking at gotta know something.
Maybe
'Cause
so that could be. That could be. I was
his
thinking that's
eyes
my theory.
Immediately went up to that corner.
Ibrahim, shout out to Ib, his best friend, and I think the president of Dreamville record
Imagine
label.
how many thoughts are going through his head of how many times people have compared them to when this question came up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I could say it was just some friendly shit that I introduced him, but that might fuck up the whole game. You could fuck up the whole game if you say you introduced Kendrick
Yo,
Lamar
because he
to
said that
Dr. Dre.
recently in the freestyle to the Drake song. What he say? Like he's like, I'm number 3 behind because Kendrick and Drake, they're superstars to me. Like he was like basically saying like I'm comfortably number 3. Like they
Yeah.
put me number 3rd or whatever. He's like, yo, I get it. Like these niggas are better than me. But it's like, Kendrick. Oh, you might have not existed without J. Cole. Ain't that a fucking doozy?
That's crazy.
Ain't that a doozy? Oh, you're exaggerating. Bitch, shut up. Am I exaggerating? Maybe we should exaggerate. Because this man is so humble. He needs to stop with the humble pie. I've had enough. I'm full. I don't want no more humble pie, Cole.
He got crumbs on his shirt, bro.
Bro, look at Crummy. He's crumbed up. There's so much humble pie this man carries around his shoulders. It's crazy, bro. You're getting fat. So much humble pie. You dropped off season. Arguably your best album. Who knows? We'll talk about that later.
Whoa.
We'll talk about that later.
Crazy.
But it's like we're going to end the year with like a dome shot. Yeah, Kendrick. I'm your fucking father. Low key, though.
Victor's
the
a
fuck?
fucking instigator, bro.
What
He
the
didn't even-
fuck?
he didn't
That's
even
what he
say
basically
anything
said.
remotely close to that, though. And that's what's crazy about it.
That's
like,
what he said, nigga.
Knowing he had no control over the situation, bro. You have no control over this situation when Nardwuar asks you this question.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say to stop the interview. Because if you
And he
stop the
respects
interview, you
Nardwuar.
did it.
So because any other interviewer could ask him this, and then he might be like, yeah,
Cut
let's
that
not
out.
talk about that, well,
Yeah, or
whatever,
cut it-
or let's
cut
cut
it
it out
out.
after
Just cut it
post edit. This is Nardwuar, the human serviette, the human serviette. So you have
And
to
look
do
at
what
how
he says.
happy he is to know that J. Cole is stumped. Look at his face. My man knows. Hey, I got this nigga.
He's about to drop the paper. He's squishing the paper so hard. He's his notes. He got Nardwuar nervous because he's like, whoa, I fucking did it. I asked the question I've been waiting to ask. I chased you down at Rolling Loud. Remember he chased him down?
I fucked up the rap game.
Yo, Nardwuar just like caused a glitch in the Matrix, worst movie of the year.
Crazy, man.
It's
You didn't
crazy.
like it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
They gon' love me for my ambition.